Good morning, traders. This is Rick Majors here at Opteck.com, and welcome to our daily market briefing. Today is May the 8th, a good old miserable Thursday. Rain showers and the like, but trading continues, and it continues strong. We've already started off the day, as you can see, with very good reports in the Australian market here. Employment change and the unemployment rate both coming out positive, so look for a stronger Australian dollar throughout the end of the Asian market and coming into the European market today. The French are not going to be on the market today. As you can see, there is a French bank holiday that does not take out the euro completely from the market. Obviously, Germany, Italy, Spain, some of the other major players are going to be involved still. London itself does trade on the euro, not as much as obviously it would focus on the pound in terms of its support base, but from what we can see here, there still will be plenty of movement on the euro. Also, you can see that we have one specific announcement coming out, and then we have a speech type announcement coming out later for the euro at 1:30 p.m. GMT time. The ECB press conference will be happening. This is one to keep an eye on. European Central Bank is what ECB stands for, and they will be talking about monetary policy, especially in the wake of the speech at the U.S. Congress last night by Janet Yellen, the chairwoman of the Federal Reserve. We should be expecting any government body that is going to be giving speeches towards economic futures right now in the next month to be a heavy hitter in the market. As we can see, especially on our graphs, gold, the dollar, even the euro also took pretty good movements last night on Janet Yellen's words. Now, today at 2:30 p.m. GMT, we are having another testimony as she heads towards the Senate Budget Committee in Washington, D.C. to give a further testimony towards the Federal Reserve and talking about interest rates, bond purchases, and basically how much money the Senate is going to be able to allocate to the government and to the economy in the coming months and next year. Shortly after that, you will be having an FOMC member. Tarullo will be speaking as well, but not something you need to continuously pay attention to. It will be an interesting speech nonetheless. By the way, you can watch all of these on Bloomberg. They have a live TV section there, so go ahead and take a look at them. No worries if you don't, but the speeches themselves, just so you guys know, are broken up into two different pieces. All right, and you can read this here in the folder on Forex Factory as well. All right, there is a prepared statement. What this basically kind of is a list that they're going through saying, okay, this is what generally we're going to be talking about during the speech, blah, 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 this is going to happen, about things like rate changes, really just the facts of what they want to be talking about. Then the speaker will come out, and he or she will then have more or less of a time to elaborate on a lot of the facts that are going to be going on in a question and answer session. The way these two parts of the speech itself play into the market movement is the prepared statement is kind of the first round of trading. This is usually when you're going to see right at the beginning when they read the prepared statement, you'll see a lot of volatility because, again, those are hard facts. It's simply things they're going to be doing or things they plan on doing. And what ends up coming out of that simply is that people take that information and either take it as good or bad, and they trade on it. Now, the speech that comes afterwards by the member of, let's say, the FOMC or Janet Yellen in this case, what they're usually talking about is, from their own perspective or from the perspective of the Federal Reserve. And they're giving a speech. If you guys saw it last month, Janet Yellen did a lot of sort of cheerleading for the government is doing better, jobs are actually being created, we're having a lot more part-time jobs, things like that, and it's simply just more of a talk section and then followed by question and answer from the press and from other members of the FOMC and the government. During that time, simply people will just sit there and watch, and if they catch anything interesting that they might have said in addition to what was on the list or some sort of elaboration of anything that was already currently there, then they trade on that also. Keep an eye on this today. Yesterday was very, very useful in terms of the short-term trades. Looking at the 60-second, the 5- and 10-minute trades on these announcements are very, very useful. Now, to cover everything else that we have for today, we have a couple of the GBP asset purchase facility and the official bank rate. These are not set to change, as you can see again by looking at the folders here. They do not have a history of going anywhere drastic. The main things you might want to look at, we already had the Halifax HPI at 8 a.m. The remainder, really, what we're going to be looking at for today is simply just the unemployment claims on the U.S. dollar and, of course, Yellen giving her testimony to the Senate Budget Committee. Anyway, guys, that is our daily market briefing for today. Thanks so much for listening in. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you would like to contact me personally, you can come in and give me a message on Skype at rick.majors.opteck or via email at rick.majors@opteck.com. Thanks so much, guys, and have a happy trading day.